What is up, guys? It's Phantom here today. Welcome, brawlers. We gotta talk about Tekken 7 or Tekken 8, and I have this is sort of my full thoughts on it, like my full review on it. Got a lot to say. We got a short amount of time to say it, so let's get into it. So Tekken 7, this has got to be one of the greatest Tekken games I've played. Probably the top, like out of all three of the main fighting games that have come out in this year and last year, this one's probably at the top for me, and it just offers a lot more. So first thing I want to focus on, the main big point, and there's a lot of spoilers ahead, the story mode. I have never had this much fun in a fighting game story mode since Street Fighter 6, and mainly because the variety of choice and what they decided to bring back for the story mode made it probably one of the best story modes of all time. So like the actual story is Kazuya's trying to take over the world using the Devil Gene, and basically he's holding a tournament, and whoever loses the tournament, their country gets pretty much obliterated off the map. Jin and a group of survivors, well not even survivors, but a group of fighters try to stop him, and it is possibly the most chaotic story ever. But it's just a variety in gameplay, because at first you start off with the one-on-one story mode, and then it gets batshit crazy from there. So we get G-Force back, like the G-Force story mode from Tekken, I think it was Tekken 6, where it was played more like a Dynasty Warrior type gameplay, and it was amazing. Then it was, when you got to the last portion where it was Jin versus Kazuya, it was definitely made for the fans, for definitely even fans that were older than me, that go way back, because I started getting the Tekken when Tekken 4 came out, and seeing this was definitely something for old fans, for newer fans, because that final part of the story mode, it was difficult. Hell yeah, it was difficult. As you can see, I was dying a lot during me playing it, but it was possibly one of the greatest moments. And of course, like seeing Jin embrace himself and go through the angel mode, which I knew he was gonna get. I was predicting that in my other playthroughs of other games. Like, Jin's gonna get a new transformation. It's going to be an angel transformation to coincide with his father Devil Gene, and we got that. Also, even the newer characters that were introduced, like Leroy wasn't in last Tekken story, but in this story he's a very big part of it. He's the one that taught Jin, like, you gotta fight with your heart, like not with your fist. Sometimes your fist will talk for you, but you need to fight with your heart. And then that's how we get, Jin finally accepting, like, yeah, I did some fucked up shit, but at the same time, I've done right, and I'm trying to do better. And that's what I like. It was really a story of, I messed up, but I can do better. I know I can do better, and I can't let my path define me. But I did it. I have to acknowledge that it was there. And that's something we don't get in a lot of fighting games, and I love that. Like, it was definitely a heartfelt story. Reina was a dope character. She's gonna be a dope villain. If you saw the end of the story mode where she turns into the Devil Gene, she's a dope character. Like, I wouldn't say, she's a replacement for Heihachi, but she's the next successor. If, let's say, Heihachi becomes DLC, or if he's in the next Tekken 9 game, yeah, she's definitely a successor for him, and it's awesome. Next thing to talk about, let's talk about a bunch of single-player content. They have packed this game to the brim with single-player content. With the arcade quest mode, you will always have something to do. Not even just that, but apparently they're going to keep, updating that and making it bigger and better. It's definitely cool, and then you can fight your ghost. I haven't done that yet. I haven't gotten that far in arcade quest, to be honest. Then it's like other single player stuff. We get Tekken Ball back. We get character episodes to explore what the characters are doing in their own individual time. Of course, you get arcade mode, the classic. You can't have a Tekken game without an arcade mode. Even Tekken 7 had arcade mode. And it was just overall, like, single player, amazing. Now, online has a lot to do. The Battle Lounge is possibly one of the funner, avatar hubs. It's really cool to see that everybody has their own creation. I love that. But online in general is really good. I like ranked. Ranked, you don't go down if you lose. I believe it's only when you get to warrior ranking that you then begin to demote. But it really does feel like it's a fair system. And then quick match is just like player match, but if you don't have to go into a lobby, just they get you to a fight, you in and out, which I'll always say that was probably one of the most amazing things about Tekken. Tekken 8 matches go by so fast. Like they're quick. And even if you're like thinking on your own, then like a really good Tekken match, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer, but it's just, you know who won and who lost. Like the gameplay in this game, it improved. Cause Tekken 7 was a bit slower. It was more like, take your time and strategize what your plan is gonna be. No, this one you have to take your time and be on your toes at all times. But you also have to think 10 steps ahead of your opponent, and I love that. No win feels unfair on like just Of course, unless you're playing against somebody who spams, then I don't know what to tell you. Or, Kazuya's laser beam, which should not take off as much damage as it does, but it does. Now, they added a lot of new mechanics, like the heat mechanic. And the heat mechanic, I believe some of it actually debuted in Tekken 7, but they changed it a lot. Like, certain heat mechanics actually, do a lot more damage, and literally put into like heat smash, which is this super powerful grab, which every character has it, and it launches their opponent far into the other side of the ring. I'm sorry, I'm thinking off the top of my head. This has no script, but overall, like even the frame data and them having rollback is probably one of the best things. And unlike a lot of fighting games, this one has crossplay. And it doesn't just have crossplay between PCs. No, it's crossplay between all three systems. So Xbox Series X, I think it's Series X, and the PC and PS5 all have crossplay. Now, with the customization features, this has been the best customization that Tekken has had in a long time. Like, you don't understand. You can turn your character or your man into a completely different looking character. I've seen everybody do some edits. Like, we've gotten a lot of different anime and video game characters, and I love it. Like, even you can customize the music that plays in the menu or during stages. It's like me, I have all of the Tekken games shuffled, so it's not just Tekken 8 music playing, it's every Tekken music. And that's pretty, like, the amount of creativity this game has is amazing. So overall, my thoughts on Tekken 8 is probably, this is a 10 out of 10 fighting game for me. And we've been getting back-to-back bangers with fighting games, but this one, it takes the top, because just the creativity and the love they put into this game. I can't wait to see what goes on in the future for it. If I'd say my only complaint, it's not even really a complaint, it's kind of a request, is that I hope they add Tekken Ball as an online mode, because I actually like playing Tekken Ball. It's pretty fun. And I can't wait to see the DLC for the game. I can't wait to see if they add guest characters, because to be quite frank, they don't really need guest characters in my opinion for this game or for any of the other fighting games, because they have a pretty wide roster of characters and all of them play really well. But if they do add guest characters, I can't wait to see what they do with them. But those are my thoughts on Tekken 8. It's a 10 out of 10 game. If you can, please purchase this. This is an amazing game. But until next time, let your heart be your guiding key. And I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.